Hello, my name's Olivia. I'm the Advocacy Helpline Coordinator here at Day 1. Thank you so much for joining me today for part 1 of our 4-part Gentle Yoga series for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. For anyone that is new to yoga or has never practiced before, yoga is a deeply historical and cultural practice with roots in India. Yoga translates to yoke, meaning the union of our minds and bodies. So my intention for you is to really use this space to give back to yourselves, connecting to our bodies after the work week, after a long day, with the intention of honoring your minds and your bodies and using this space in whatever way that you need. You might take a moment here to gather any and all supports or supplies that would be helpful for your practice today. That might be a yoga mat if you don't have one. You could also practice on your bed. You're welcome to practice in a chair or anywhere else that's comfortable. You might also have some blocks. If you don't have blocks, you might use some small pillows or a larger bolster pillow, or maybe even a blanket if you'd like. So you're welcome to take a moment here and gather any of those supplies if you'd like, maybe something else. Take what serves you, leave what doesn't. Whenever you're ready, we'll get started in any comfortable shape. So that could be seated, cross-legged, perhaps on the ground or some other surface, perhaps in a chair. You're also welcome to come onto your back if that feels supportive, or anything else that's calling to you here. And you're welcome to use any and all supports. So that might be a block under your sit bones, or perhaps a blanket for some extra warmth and support. And we'll take these first few moments to arrive here. And you may take the entire practice today to arrive, and that's perfectly okay. But wherever you are, you might start to tune into the space that you're in. Perhaps if your eyes are open, gently scanning the room with your eyes, taking in any colors, shapes, images, bringing yourself into this present moment. You might begin to notice any smells that you're smelling in your space. Perhaps noticing any sounds that are in your space, near or far. You might notice the temperature of the air as it meets your skin. Perhaps noticing the sensation of your clothing on your skin. And if it feels safe and comfortable to do so, you might close the eyes down or have a soft gaze ahead of you, something unfocused, unlingering. And we'll gently start to bring that awareness from outside of our bodies inside of our bodies. So you might start by noticing your breath. And that might just mean giving your breath a bit more attention than you've given it today. Perhaps noticing the temperature of your inhale and exhale. You might notice if your breath is long and smooth, or perhaps short and jagged. And know that there's no need to change your breath here. Simply noticing. You might be breathing in and out of your nose or in and out of your mouth. And we'll carry on with this awareness to our breath throughout our practice today. You might begin to notice any sensations in your body, perhaps any areas of tightness or tenderness. And if you'd like, you could start by bringing awareness to the crown of your head and slowly scanning down your body, down both of your arms, through your torso, out both of your legs, and finally reaching your toes. And noticing if there's anywhere you're holding on to, and perhaps inviting your breath to these spaces in your body. Gentle reminder that this is your practice, so you're welcome to take what serves you and leave what doesn't. You are the master of your experience, and I'll be offering some gentle movement throughout the next 30 minutes, but you're welcome to move at a pace that serves you. So if you're looking for something that's a bit more active and perhaps quicker pace, then please take that. There are no right or wrong movements here. We'll take another few moments to simply arrive here, allowing the events of the day wash over you, letting go of any to-dos or activities. Know that the only thing you have to do in this moment is be. I'll offer a reading, and you're welcome to listen along or tune it out. Just for Now by Dana Falls. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. You might let these words sink into you here. You're welcome to stay exactly as you are for the duration of our practice, if that's what's serving you, if that's what your body needs in this moment. But if you're looking for some more movement, you might come to a comfortable seat. If a comfortable seat is not calling to you, then you don't have to take that. You're welcome to take these movements from wherever you are. And we'll start with some gentle movements in the neck. So you might begin by slowly swaying your ear up and over to one shoulder. And your palms might be resting on your knees or down beside your body or anywhere else. Breathing into the side of the neck here. And then as you're ready, you could take this up and over to the opposite side, gently swaying your opposite ear towards your opposite shoulder. And you can continue with these side-to-side movements. Or if you'd like, you might begin to incorporate some forward and backward movement. So that might be extending your gaze upwards, opening in the front of your throat, and tucking your chin towards your chest. Maybe your gaze meets your mat or the ground beneath you. And you could come in and out of these movements or linger anywhere that feels good. It might feel interesting to connect each of these movements and start to take some circles with the head. You're welcome to move at a pace that serves you, moving as quickly or slowly as you'd like. And then we'll switch that direction whenever you're ready. You could keep your eyes open or closed here. Perhaps noticing any creaks or cracks in the neck. We'll take one more full round of breath wherever you are. From here, you might explore lifting your shoulders up to your ears, and then allowing those to relax down your back. You could take some full circles here with the shoulders, perhaps both at a time, or maybe one shoulder at a time. And you're also welcome to connect your breath with movement here. So that might be inhaling as you lift the shoulders up to your ears. And perhaps exhaling as you relax the shoulders down your back, away from your ears. You can have your palms rested on your knees, or maybe you start to incorporate your arms in this movement as well, taking some circles with the arms in your space. You could use both arms at once, or perhaps moving one arm at a time. We'll take a few more rounds of breath here at your own pace. And returning to stillness as you're ready. From here, you might place the palms on your knees and perhaps begin by puffing your chest out any amount. Maybe your gaze moves up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then as you're ready, you could tuck your chin to chest and round in your spine. We'll come in and out of this movement. Coming in and out of this flexion and extension of the spine. When you next come through center, you're welcome to find stillness in a neutral spine. Rooted through your sit bones, all the way up your spine and out of the crown of your head. Perhaps finding length here. And noticing all the points of contact between you and your mat, or the surface that you're on. From here, you might sweep your arms up and overhead, stretching through your fingers, perhaps gazing towards your fingers. And we'll come into a seated sideways twist. So you might bring your left hand to your right knee and perhaps tent the right fingers behind you. And your gaze could be over either shoulder or directly out in front of you, whatever feels comfortable in your neck here. As you inhale, you might find length through your spine and perhaps sit up a bit taller. And on your exhale, maybe twisting a bit deeper if that feels comfortable. Coming back to our breath, you might notice if your breath has changed at all since we've started moving. And on your next inhale, we'll come back through center, and we'll take this on the other side. So beginning by sweeping your arms up and overhead, lengthening through the spine, and then as you exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Perhaps bringing your right palm to your left knee, maybe tenting the left fingertips behind you. Option to gaze out towards either shoulder. or anywhere else that feels supportive. As you inhale, you might lengthen the spine and perhaps sit up a bit taller through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, seeing if you can twist any amount farther. Whenever you're ready, we'll come back through center. And if you have a block or any support beneath you, you're welcome to remove that. And we'll start to take some circular movements with the torso. So you're welcome to sit crisscrossed, or perhaps your legs are extended out in front of you, or maybe you sit on the shins. And we'll start by taking these circular movements, so connecting that puffing of the chest and rounding of the spine with a side-to-side movement. And you're welcome to make these circles as big or as small as you'd like, moving as quickly or slowly as you'd like. If you're a visual person, you might imagine that you're scooping out the sides of a bowl with your torso here. Now, whenever you're ready, you're welcome to switch the direction of this movement if you haven't already done so. And we'll take one more, just like this. And then return to a neutral spine. From here, we'll come into a seated forward fold. So you're welcome to sit with your legs crossed, or perhaps you extend your legs out in front of you. And we'll begin by sweeping our arms up and overhead. And then as you're ready, we'll walk the hands out in front of us any amount. So you might come onto some tented fingertips, finding length in the chest. Or if you'd like, you could bring your forearms to your mat or your knees if you're seated in a chair. You're welcome to bring any support beneath you to bring the ground a bit closer to you. So that might be a rolled up blanket or a block beneath your forehead. You could let the chest really grow heavy towards the ground. You might relax the belly and return to your breath here. If you'd like, you might start to bring awareness to your breath and count, perhaps counting for 2 or 3 or 4 breaths in on your inhale. And then as you exhale, counting those same beats. So for example, on your inhale, inhaling for 3, and exhaling for 3. And you could continue using this breath practice, or release it if it doesn't serve you. If you'd like, you could walk your hands up and over towards one side of your mat, if you're seated. Breathing into the side body, really rooting through both of your sitting bones. And noticing any sensations that start to arise in your body here, perhaps in your hips or the side of your torso, or somewhere else. Releasing any judgment of your experience, simply bringing your awareness to what's happening in this present moment. On your next inhale, you're welcome to walk your hands back through center. And then if you'd like, we'll take this on the other side. So walking your hands up and over to the opposite side of your mat. You might press your palms into the ground or perhaps tent your fingertips here. You can notice if this side feels any different than the other. On your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back up through center and then come back up into a neutral seat. From here, you're welcome to sweep the legs behind you and we'll come onto our hands and knees. You might bring a blanket under your knees for some extra cushion or perhaps roll over your mat if you'd like. And we'll bring the palms just under the shoulders, knees will be under your hips. And you might start to sway the hips from side to side. You could start to take some circular movements with the hips here if you'd like. Or any other organic movement that feels comfortable and easeful. We'll find stillness as you're ready. Really rooting through the fingertips, perhaps spreading them out wide. And on your inhale, we'll lower the belly, lift your gaze, broadening out through your collarbones. And as you exhale, we'll tuck our navel to spine, rounding in the back, perhaps tucking your chin towards your chest. You're welcome to come in and out of these movements at your own pace. Adding in any extra movement here that's calling to you. We'll take one more on each of these movements. Returning to a neutral spine as you're ready. We'll begin by planting into the left palm. And then if you'd like, you could sweep your right arm up and overhead, coming into a twist. You might gaze down at your left palm or perhaps up at the extended right hand. You're welcome to take some circles with the wrist here if you'd like. And then from here, we'll thread this right arm beneath the left. And so you might stay elevated here. Or if it feels comfortable, you could bring your right shoulder down towards your mat and perhaps bring the right cheek to your mat. And you could plant in the left palm. Or you might explore walking the left arm out any amount from your body. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. Returning to that counted breath if you'd like. Perhaps inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 3. And on your next inhale, if your left hand is extended, you could walk it back into your body. And we'll plant into that left palm and sweep the right arm up and overhead once more. Bringing the right palm to meet the left as you're ready. And if you'd like, we'll take this on the other side. So planting into the right palm, sweeping your left arm up and overhead any amount, perhaps rolling out the wrist in one direction and then the other. And then we'll take this movement once more, so threading the left arm beneath the right. Again, you're welcome to stay extended here. Or if you'd like, you could bring your left cheek to your mat or your ground, planting in the right palm, or perhaps walking the right hand out any amount. Taking another few rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll walk that right palm in to meet your body, planting in the right palm and sweeping that left arm up and overhead once more. Bringing both of your palms back to your mat. And from here, you could sit back on the shins. And then we'll start to prepare for our final resting pose. So that might be on your back. You're welcome to continue staying seated. Or you could take anything else here that's calling to you. But finding a shape where you'll feel comfortable in for a few moments as we finish our practice today. And you're welcome to take any and all supports with you. So that might be a block for some extra support, or maybe a blanket for some warmth. Allowing yourself to make any and all adjustments so that you're comfortable here. And wherever you are, you're welcome to close the eyes down if that feels safe and comfortable. Perhaps having a soft gaze ahead of you. If you'd like, you could have your hands extended out by your sides, or perhaps planting them anywhere on your body. Maybe over your heart and your belly. And we'll return to our breath here, perhaps noticing the rise and fall of our chest and belly as we inhale and exhale. You could reacquaint yourself to this space, perhaps noticing any smells that you're smelling. Any sounds you might be hearing near or far. Perhaps noticing the temperature of the air as it meets your skin. You might notice if your palms are over your body, the sensation of the clothing on your hands. And I'll offer that same reading once more. You're welcome to listen along or tune it out. Just for Now by Dana Faulds. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. might begin to lengthen your breath, perhaps bringing in some small movement back into the body, whether that's a wiggle of the fingers and toes or maybe a stretch of the arms overhead. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. But in your own time, we'll meet in a comfortable seat once more. You're welcome to bring both of your palms to heart center, pressing your thumb knuckles into your sternum. You might take a moment here to express gratitude to yourself for showing up for yourself in this moment, giving back to you during your busy day, your busy week. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I look forward to hearing from you. You're welcome to reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, hope to see you next week. Thank you.